Get ready with me and let's talk about fake news. So a lot of you guys, when I post something up, won't even read it. You'll look at the source and you'll say, fake news. All right, I'm using my Queen Bee's Pharmacy products here this morning. Make sure you go to Queen Bee's Pharmacy, use my code Teaching Liberty to save 15% off. All right, so fake news. A lot of you guys, like I said, I'll post something up, you won't even read it, and you'll say, oh, that's CNN, or that's Huffington Post, that's fake news. And the thing is, no, you're not wrong, right? Most of the stuff that does come out on CNN or Huffington Post or a Fox News or an insert your legacy news station here. A lot of what they put out, yes, is a bogus narrative. However, at any given time, any news outlet is also putting out things that are true. Give a shout out to the Mammals, the Hoot. Make sure you join me this summer at the Summer Hoot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Ultimately, it is up to you to look at any given news article or news report, whether you're watching it, listening to it, reading it, and ask yourself, does this make sense? Is it adding up? Who are these news channels sourcing? How many sources do they have? Did they get this from a government source? Did they get this from an independent source? Did they get this from just a regular eyewitness? These are the types of questions that we need to be asking. You can't just look at a report and say, oh, CNN, fake news. You have to look across the spectrum, right? Check out what CNN is saying. Check out what Fox News is saying. Check out what the independent people are saying. I gotta tell you, this tallow cream right here, you're not gonna find anything better than this. Like I was saying, it's on you to look at any given topic, right? CNN could be putting up a real report. HuffPost could be speaking the truth, right? It all just depends on what the story is. The other big thing is thinking about, where does the government stand on this issue? Are the news reports in line with what the government is saying, or do they conflict with the government narrative? Because usually it's a good place to put yourself is questioning the government narrative. And most of the time, again, these legacy news stations, they're gonna be pushing that government narrative. But not all the time. There's plenty of things that got through in the New York Times during COVID that were actually true, even though the majority of the New York Times coverage sucked. We're gonna finish up here, taking a little shot of Colloidal Silver. You can hear it in my chest. I'm a little tightened up. This stuff helps loosen it up. All right, so let's finish off with an example as I brush my hair. The one that is on the top of my mind, of course, is related to the Israel-Palestine issue. Really is a massacre of the Palestinians at the hands of Israel. But I was posting up some sources yesterday and sending some people DMs, and one of the reports I was sending around was of a CNN anchor who was on the border of Israel and Gaza, and she was following these people who were protesting. They were protesting at the border, preventing aid from getting through. And she asked them, matter of fact, you know what? I'm just gonna cut in the clip.
In the face of an epic humanitarian catastrophe, in the face of children starving to death, people can't understand why anyone in their right mind would advocate for stopping aid.
You know, even if there is a humanitarian crisis, and there is not, even if there is, it's my right and my duty to prioritize the life of Kfir Bibas, a one-year-old baby that deserves over any Gazan baby.
Right, so you see, CNN doing real reporting. This woman is on the ground, she's questioning these people. You can hear these Israelis who are preventing aid from getting through. And I'm gonna guess that the people didn't even bother to watch it. They just saw CNN and were like, oh, fake news. But you can't just do that. Like, in the beginning, first of all, and this goes back to like, well, where's the government narrative at? You know, the government is very pro-Israel. Our whole country is extremely pro-Israel. The AIPAC lobby, right, and AIPAC is just a stand-in for the whole Israeli lobby, is extremely strong. They bought off essentially all of our politicians. And most of legacy media is pushing a very pro-Israel line. Recently, however, as the massacre has gotten undeniable to everyday Americans who would consider themselves probably pro-Israel, they're just like, yeah, but there's a point. And I don't want to see kids dying and starving on my newsfeed. But it doesn't mean that all of a sudden now they're lying. It's on you to be able to have the discernment to know. When is this news station reporting something that's like, yeah, that's a good report, and when is that news station not? Because they're all capable, even the best independent sources, they're all capable of putting out bad reports, and they're all capable of telling the truth. You have to take into account who they are, their bias, at what point are we in this narrative, and the rest is on you and your beautiful face, right? What about you? What do you think? Is it fake news or is it real?
Fake.
Fake news? Your mom is fake news? Oh no, I'm real. Make sure you follow Teaching Liberty. Share this with all your friends. Have a good day.